Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
Hi, everybody. This is Laura. Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura Mediumship and Messages. For the first 15 minutes or so, I will be giving a group message, a focused subject, and a channeled message. For the next 15 minutes, I will be focusing on Otherside connections. And for the remaining 30 minutes, I will be doing a mix of regular life readings and anything else that comes up, medical, intuition, healing. I try to do the other side connections towards the beginning of the show. So if you do call in later, usually I won't be doing them later on in the show. I find that the energy is a little different, so that's why I've been doing that. There is a website for the show called spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com, and you can see a live video feed of me in front of a camera at the bottom of that page, which is riveting, I might add. And there's 4 other things that you can obtain on that website. The first thing is a sale, 25% off. A private session with me is obtainable at spiritmediumtv.com, item 1. Item 2 is how to be in to win a private session with me, which is a monthly contest. You just need to join the mailing list. So if you've given me your email, that's great. I'll put you in the contest for August. If you haven't, you could just go there yourself, spiritmediumtv.com, and on the right side, on the upper right side, you'll see a little form. You fill it. Right side to you would be here. You fill in a little form, and you're on the mailing list. You're good to go for August. Third thing is the 8 No Wait. The third thing on spiritmediumtv.com is the 8 No Wait. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. Sometimes I don't get to everybody. It's been a little light in the summer. This go around lately it's been a little bit light on the switchboard, so you have better chance of getting through, but even then I can't guarantee, because this work is not predictable. Isn't that funny? A psychic's telling you it's not predictable, but I never know how the switchboard's going to be. Right now we have a pretty good size switchboard. So the 8 No Wait allows those individuals that absolutely must speak to me a lower than private session cost, but which is only $8, the 808, number 3 on spiritmediumtv.com. And item 4 is how to become certified as a soul psychic healer. It's a certification program I've written. There are 4 books. It's videotapes. It's self-paced. There's a Facebook support group to support that. And item 4 on spiritmediumtv.com goes into that. Here's a nice little focus testimonial from Gigi Hernandez, who I just worked with last weekend. She says she's very satisfied with the reading. It's on, by the way, this testimonial is on spiritmediumtv.com. She's very satisfied with her reading. Laura took her time and thoroughly gave details of specific locations, which I immediately knew. She was extremely accurate with her reading. I mostly appreciated her kind heart in her work and devotion towards me as she read and helped unblock, heal my chakra points. I highly recommend Laura. Thank you so much. Namaste. And I want to say to you, Gigi, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Some testimonials are public, and the full name and the time that they were made go on my calendaring software system, and that's where this comes from. Other ones, people just email me with nice comments, and I would tend to put them on my own testimonial page and make them somewhat anonymous, so that I'm not revealing personal stuff. Because I get a lot of stuff, I get a lot of comments that are positive, and quite often I don't go through a "can I use your thing" kind of thing. Only if I'm going to do it for public kind of relations or something. And I have enough people who say you can use my testimonial, so I don't. Not everybody do I call you or email you back and say, "Can I use it?" I just use it, but make it more generic, if you will. Okay, so the focus subject, oh, I was wondering what I was supposed to say next, everybody. The focus subject today will be about telepathy. Ooh, doesn't that sound like a juicy subject? Some people hire me for telepathy. I had a client on Monday who hired me for telepathy, and I did what I was supposed to do, and then that evening I used it in my own personal life because I was reminded of it. I started to miss somebody I know very much, and he was in a situation where it would have been inappropriate of me to call him. So rather than me call him, I sent him my feelings of missing him and telepathically sent him a message to call me or to contact me in some way, just that I would know he was all right. Uh, Next day, got a phone call. He called me. He said, I had a very intense dream about you last night, and I had to call you today. So this stuff works, guys. Every day that I do psychic work, I'm constantly, I know this sounds silly because I should believe, but I'm constantly amazed at the miracle of working with the unseen world. I call it spirit or spirit God. Uh, but it's real. It's very, very real. On Monday night's show, just to go into this realness, Monday night's radio show, I was doing a mediumship for the first caller, and she wanted to speak with somebody specific. First person I got, she didn't understand who that was. Person came in was very clear. Perhaps it has some meaning, but we didn't connect it. Next thing I did was saw her father, who was in spirit. She confirmed that, and then her father in spirit, shows me that there's a male that's available to her, that is related to her. And I didn't know. I didn't get as far as that in spirit on Earth, wherever it was. But anyway, the caller said, oh, yeah, that's the person I want to speak with. And so the thing that made this so interesting is that this soul uh, didn't come in the way other souls come in. He didn't start giving me the evidence. Instead, well, it was evidence, turned out to be evidence. Instead, he starts to say, I went into the spirit world in a different location than most souls come in. And he said they had to work with me, meaning higher level guides or divine beings had to work with him to do something, heal him or bring him back to a normal state or clear his energy or what have you. And I'm sitting there thinking, what does this all mean? And then I start to get a subliminal message that he had indeed taken his own life. And in his particular case, uh, some souls, when they take their own lives, they don't have to go through this clearing process. They just go right into the spirit world. But this particular soul had to. So all that was validated. And the way it was done, again, it's not me reading the mind of the sitter. That's the one who I'm doing the discernment for. It's not me reading her mind, because this is all very unexpected. I had no idea that he would have come into the spirit world in a different way and that he had to go through healing. It was very, very specific. So this is very real. And I am always amazed at it. So there's an article entitled Telepathy, How to Use Telepathy in Relationships, on the recent posts of my website, which is on the right sidebar of spiritmediumtv.com, or the main page is Spirit Medium Laura. That's the website. And if you're listening to this at a future time, if you just go to the search box, and put in telepathy, or if you go to categories and select telepathy, this article will probably come up amidst other ones on the subject. Okay, well, thank you so much for listening to that. Now what we're going to do is a group message, and I'm going to do a little prayer, or meditation, and energy connection, and then I will channel a group message for you. So everybody listening, if you would please sit back, relax, uncross your arms and legs while we go into the exciting world of spirit. Uncross your arms and legs, sit back, start to focus on breath from the abdominal area, allowing yourself to get very light and relaxed, breathing in slowly and exhaling slowly from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to let go. thinking of your issues today. If you are wanting an other side connection, please calling in your loved one or loved ones from the other side. If you have a life question, thinking of that question. If you need a healing, thinking of the healing. If you need anything, think of that now and ask Spirit that it be successfully addressed today, either through the show or elsewhere. Yeah, this is not the only place you can get an answer. Ta-da! So while you do that, I'm going to go do the prayer. I'll be back in a second. And now, what I'd like you to do on your next exhale of breath, I would like you to release into your space your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay, let me call in the ones. We are here. We are the ones. We have come to speak with all of you this evening and this afternoon about other ways to view the world. Other ways to view the world. There are many ways to view the world. One of them is in an hierarchical way. In other words, some things are higher than others, or some things are better than others. We would like to remind all of you that nothing is better or worse. Things just are. And when we understand that truly, when we start to embrace the negatives as well as the positives as equal in desirability, then we start to have a flow in our life, an energetic flow that is always desirable. Why did it get desirable? Not because it is desirable on an objective human scale, but rather because you changed or shifted your attitude towards the situation to desirable. And so therefore, if we think in terms of better or worse, or plus or minus, or yin or yang, or negative or positive, you will find that you will have a bumpy ride through this elemental dimension in which you live. It is rather important to think of all things as the same. When you do this, you will enter into what we call the love vibration, where you start to embrace everything as good. That is what love means. It means to embrace everything as good. Nothing is better or worse. Yes, you have desires as human beings, and that should be so. It is desirable to have desires. However, your desires will be met when you move to the love vibration. If you remain in a positive or negative polarity, which means you're separate from the desired goal, you see, you will never have the desired goal. When one is detached or unattached from that which they want, they are in a polarized state. It is only by the accepting everything with love as love that you will no longer be in a polarized state, and then you will be joined with that which you desire. If this sounds like a roundabout way of saying love and embrace everything, it is. We were just trying to be as abstract and efficient in language as possible. But remember only one thing today, so we do not confuse you. Remember the one thing. That which you think is bad is good. And when you do that, you will shift everything to good, and your desires will be had a lot more easily. Namaste. Wow, that's hard to do, right? Everybody, it's hard to always think of everything as good. But the more you do that, the better your life will get. Okay, I'm going to go to T, who is wanting another side connection. 1 second. Hello, T. How is thee? How are you doing today, darling? I'm good. Where is 404? Area code.
Atlanta.
Where is it?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Wow, Susie B is from Atlanta. Yeah. Susie B is from Atlanta area.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right.
What part?
She's north. Let's see, where is she? She's about an hour north.
Like Roswell?
Uh, I don't know. She'll tell us later. I'm going to talk to her later on, and maybe she'll let us know later on. But I know it's like about a little bit out of the area. Okay, so now
Okay.
I'd like you to be in a more quiet location, sweetheart. Are you? I hear voices in the background. It's a very focused work when I do this work, so I need to have as best an environment as possible. So I've been feeling all along that there's a mother figure for you. Do you have anyone? Don't say yes or no yet, love, but just say, let's say yes or no to this question only. Do you have anyone that you're desiring you speak with? Because what I'm hearing is mother, mother, mother. Are you desiring anyone in particular, darling? T.
No.
You're open to anyone that would come through. Okay, good. Hold on, let me just see who this is then. Okay, so there's a woman that's a little bit fuller figured. She has this steel gray hair amidst some darker kind of hair. So we call it, I don't want to say salt and pepper because the white is like steel gray. But anyway, she's got gray hair mixed in with some darker hair. It's got a thickness to it and roundness around the face. The hair as if it's wavy or what have you. Not real short, just a little bit longer. Fuller figure, as I mentioned before, a caring, loving sort of person, motherly in her role in life, very motherly and mothering, if you will. She presents in more of an outfit she'd be wearing around the house with an apron, as if she likes to cook. She says, Mama, Mama. She says words, Mama here, Mama here. I love you very, very much. Something about cooking muffins and eating well, and breakfast is important to her, and I see eggs on the grill, all kinds of things like that. I'm going to give you one or two more things. I'm going to come back to you. It seems to me that there's a problem with her in the area physically of cardiovascular and heart failure. And also that she has a son under her, or at least down the family line, there's a male. That could also mean you have a son, or there's a nephew to you. I don't know. I feel a son under her. It could mean that this is your father's mother, or if this is your mother, that you have a brother, or that just simply there's a male down the line. Okay, let me see if there's anything else I can give you here. She's very smart. Does She does a lot of, even though I show you a mothering side to her, she also shows me that she does a lot of self-study. She tries to pull herself up educationally on her own. Not one to just sit around the house all day and eat bonbons and watch TV. Very energetic, skillful person in her own way. Okay. And she says, I do my homework on my own, meaning I'm assuming, I'm interpreting a little bit here, T, that she either self-educates or she just likes to know things. Okay, coming back to you from all the things I've said, can you understand this person, please? All right. All right, now we're going to go more focused to love. She loves you very, very much. She says you're like her. You're very self-educating. She says, although you do have education, you do take that seriously. She gives me the impression that you're working in a health-related field or health-related industry, and that you love your work very much, and that you are a very caring and nurturing individual. Would you say that's true, please? Just yes or no, love.
Yeah.
All right. And she says, give back to your family. Give to your family. Love your family as much as you love others. Hold on. I'm going to find out what she means by that, darling T. I mean that you take care of yourself now, not only everyone else. Put the spotlight on yourself, T. You're always giving to others. Put it back on yourself. Take care of yourself and also your own family. It seems like you have your own children or family that's close to you. They need your love as much as the rest of the world. She paints you like a Florence Nightingale. You know, somebody's out there helping, giving. And I think you even work overtime a lot. You do get paid for it, you know, and I know you're doing it for a good reason. You're on your feet a lot. Are you a nurse or something, honey? What do you do? T.
Social worker.
Okay, but you're on your you're on your feet a lot. You're walking around a lot, giving, and I know that you do. You seem to kind of work hard to bring home a little extra money, and I know your family. You do that for your family, but they feel a little neglected because money can't always make up for time. So she's just reminding you of what a beautiful lady you are. and that the family sometimes misses you because you're working so gosh darn hard for everyone else. She loves you, and she gives you a big kiss on your forehead, and she also takes your cheek today and gives you one of those little, squishes to the cheek. It says, keep up the good work. Okay, T? Thank you so much, honey, for calling in, love.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay, we're going to see if there's any other side connections. Susie B, darling, would you take a look at 808? That might be another side connection. Meanwhile, I know that Nathaniel's always good for one of those. Nathaniel, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, darling. Would you mind if I did an other side connection with you, please?
Oh, I love it, thank you.
All right. Now, I want you to call in somebody silently because you didn't before, probably. Okay, so what I'm feeling is call somebody in, but I'm already feeling somebody for you. Give me a moment. Okay. So what I'm getting a feeling, I don't know if this is who you called in or not, but this is a female for you, a woman for you. And I think it's like a mother figure for you because that means it could be a grandma, it could be an aunt, it could be your mother. There's something about her. I do remember your mother because I brought her in before. And I'll just say I do remember that you told me and that I had heard she was musical, and there was piano there. But now I'm just going to give you more information. So what I see is a woman who's got something wrong with her legs. Okay, she's got problems with her legs when she's on Earth, and they're like the muscle development from the knee down is it's just straight as if there's no muscle development at all. I don't know what that means, love, Nathaniel. I don't know what that means. Just letting you know, the first thing I get is her legs, okay, they ache a lot. They bother her a lot. She has posture problems also, and she's not good at sitting down too long or being on her feet too long. And she might have had to wear special shoes, actually. Shoes that would be easier or more comfortable on her feet. As she says that, let me see here. She's showing me a hairstyle that would have been worn in the 40s, like 1940s. So she's an older relative, much older from the past. And she also gives me the impression that she might have had to stand on her feet a lot for work. Her hair and her face. She shows me her hair was a medium toned brown color when it was not white. I'm seeing her at a younger age right now, honey. And also she has a straight nose and full lips and an oval type face. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Do you know anything about the President Eisenhower?
I don't know. Is she a relative of that?
I think I'm bringing in Eleanor Roosevelt, and I don't know why I would be bringing her in for you, but let me just see something. What she looked like, because the picture is, she looks a lot like Eleanor Roosevelt. I wonder if they're going to show me a picture of her. They will in a moment. My computer's trying to bring one in. Yeah, she looks just like Eleanor Roosevelt. So you don't know what Eleanor Roosevelt looked like, but you'll have to take a look.
I could Google a picture though.
Oh, go.
Not right now.
No, not right now. Okay. But she had more of a round, an oval face, full lips, straight nose. I don't know if it is Eleanor Roosevelt. I don't think it is. It's somebody that's in your life that looked a lot like her. So you can look at that up later. But I think she's like a grandparent to you or an aunt or someone else like that. Now, hold on one second. She's giving me more information. Okay. Your mother was a musician, right, honey? She played the piano, right?
Yeah.
And she taught you the piano, right?
Right.
Okay. Did you have any other music teachers? Because I'm getting the feeling that this was a music teacher to you.
We brought in an overweight music teacher, and I was thinking about, I thought it might have been Mrs. Fletcher, my 5th grade teacher, but I knew this lady named Mrs. McFerrin, and it's Bobby McFerrin's mother, that Don't Worry, Be Happy, and she was one of my music teachers.
Okay, well then I think it's her. Do you remember what she looks like?
she was black, and I remember right about the time my mom died. I think you're telling me that that she's sorry that my I went through so much when my mom died when I was 20. Stuff, and she kind of felt for me.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for filling in all the details there. I don't know. All I know is that this is the woman I see. Did you know she had to be on her feet a lot?
Yes, teaching class and stuff, she'd have to be on her feet.
Okay. So she's showing me that her legs bother her. She had to be on her feet a lot. She shows me that she would have been much older than you because she showed me like a hairstyle that looks more old-fashioned. And she's got full lips. Her nose is not flat or anything, or it's more of a straight nose, nice nose, and it's an oval face. She's a loving person. Very, very loving person, very kind person. And she shows, well, she dressed well too. She had her own money. She wasn't poor or anything like that. Shows me herself wearing a little fox stole, which you wouldn't know anything about, I'm sure, because that wouldn't have been when you would see her wearing a fox stole, but she shows me that. And she's very egalitarian, believe in equal rights for everyone. And she also says she marched in some, oh, this is interesting, marched in some equal rights events when she was younger. She says that was a rough time in her life. And I don't know if you knew her around that time, honey. That probably would have been during the 60s. You said that she was black. So she did do things like that because she's really into equal rights for everyone. She says you were a good boy when you were alone. She says, but when you were around other children, you were out of control. She says, I didn't mind working with you when you were alone, but when you were around others, I couldn't control you, she says. I don't know what that means, Nathaniel, but she says you're a little rowdy kid. She says she loved you just the same. She gives you a kiss. She grabs your cheek and gives you one of those little, squeezy things on your cheek. And she says, get on with your life now, young man. Get on with your life. She says, you have much to accomplish that you've just begun to scratch the surface of. You have noble causes, things to take care of that are ahead of you. And she goes back to that whole idea of human rights and egalitarian activities, saying that you have things like that to do with humanity. Go about your business now. It will come in for you without you realizing it later on as you mature more. She says, I care about you. I love you, Nathaniel. Take care of yourself, my beautiful boy. Okay, Nathaniel?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, love. Take care, honey. Bye-bye. All right, I just want to see what 808 is for. Thanks, Susie B. I appreciate it. Now, there is another side connection there. Duh! All right, I'm going to try to do that, and then we'll go to the other phone lines. Okay, hi, Talisha. You're wanting another side connection, sweetheart?
Yep.
Okay, honey. I do feel there's a male here for you in spirit on the other side. A very caring person. Let me just see what I get more on this. Okay, very kind. More of a father figure, or more from an older generation than you, love. He carries extra weight in his stomach area. He looks like he's more in a rural environment. I'm saying that from his clothing. He's wearing more casual kind of clothing. And he's older, probably a grandpa to you, someone like that. He also likes to smoke cigarettes. And he's not very active towards the end of his life. Takes a lot of naps. He's I don't know, rural or suburban, and a nice person. Now, let me see what else. White hair. Likes to wear a hat every now and then, the one I'm seeing. Now, do you know any of your grandpas, honey?
Yes.
Okay. I get this as your father's father. Would you know him, please?
I do know him, but not very well.
Okay. Well, do you know, okay, so I just have to try to get this validated. Do you know if he lived in a more country setting, more rural area? Do you know that, please?
That's kind of hard. He lived kind of in the country, but they had like business there on their property, so it was very busy with people.
Okay.
All the time.
All right. Well, this is what he shows me. He's a bigger build. Okay. You might know that he had a bigger build. Okay. A bigger man. Do you know that, please?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if he had a bigger build, please?
Oh, I don't think so, but it could very well be one of my dad's brothers.
Oh, okay. Bigger build, stomach on him, white hair. Liked to grow it out a little bit. He didn't have it real short. Smart man, full lips, a little bit of a mustache today. Now, sometimes I find the facial hair is, I don't know why they show me it because sometimes it's not correct. So I'll just let you know. Today it's showing me a little bit of a mustache. Full lips, a nice nose, a straight nose with flared nostrils, a little bit sleepy-eyed for some reason. Usually if they're sleepy-eyed, they either like to nap a lot or, as they got older, maybe they're still hanging out on the property. They're not doing much there. I don't really know. But it's showing me he likes to nap a lot in his more senior years. Okay, let me see what else we get on him. See if I can get a validation here. Okay. I can't get his cause of passing. He's not showing me. He says that he has boys for children, 2 boys that he has. He fathered 2 sons. Now, is your father one of 2, honey?
My father is one of 14 or 12.
Oh, wow. Did he have,
Yeah,
there's a lot of boys there, but there are boys. There's more than 1 boy. Okay. And you were thinking maybe it's one
boy.
All right. Let me see if I can get anything else for you, darling, on this. If not, we'll see what else we can pull in for you. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. He also says sobriety was an issue in his family. He drank a lot. Do you know anyone like that, please?
That was an issue on both sides of my family.
Okay. All right. Because the reason he's saying that is because he shows me his eyes are kind of like dazed looking. Like he's a little bit dazed, like he's not completely functional towards the end of his life. And for him, it's the bottle that gets him, the bottle, okay? Can't control himself when it comes to that, and finally just falls over and passes out one day and never is revived. He says he does have cardiovascular issues, i.e. potential heart attack, things like that, but he doesn't say that that's the cause. He feels the big cause is that he's not taking care of himself and that he's imbibing in this alcoholic thing that he had going on. I also get the slightest feeling that he, away from the public most of his, hold on a second. He's giving me a message, but I don't understand it. I don't feel that he's on the mainland here. He could be in a different, he might have been in a different country. It also could be Caribbean, something like that. I don't know. He doesn't say that, but I get a sense of that. You have any family members that would have lived like on one of the islands or something like that, love?
I live in the island.
There you go.
Yeah. Most of my family is on the mainland.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Well, there's a tie to the islands for some reason. I guess it's you're tied to the islands. But I don't know. There may be somebody on the islands. You said everybody in your family, including your grandparents and all, from the mainland?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, anyway, I got the feeling of the island. So let me just see if I can give you a very specific thing that will let you know who this is. And then I will go on to other callers. Okay, I'm talking sweet to him. Honey, please give me something. His cardiovascular issues. He's drinking. He's got a problem with being sober. He dies of that. He says he dies of that. He has sons. There's at least 2 sons, but you said your father was one of 14 children. There were several boys. He told me he was your father's father before. And I see he's got a stomach on him, and he seems to be a bigger build. When I get bigger build, I just mean like he might have been tall. And you said your father's father was not tall. Well, you don't know that. You don't know that.
You meant like wider around.
Oh, no.
I didn't see him like as an adult, so as for me being adult. So as far as height, I really can't say, but everyone in my dad's family is really tall.
Well, that's what I mean. I was going to say, well, I mean,
their dad would be too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. I was going to break it down. Well, if you don't know if he was, then you would know the family is. So the family is tall too. So he's long and lanky, but he's got a little stomach on him, which you wouldn't know about because you're not, you didn't have that much contact with him. He did smoke, also smoked a lot of cigarettes. He took care of He took care of the family, though. He did his best with that. But I have a feeling that after he got to a certain age when he didn't need to support them anymore, that's when he sort of let himself go. And that's kind of what he's showing me. And then, he just did what he wanted to do when he wanted to do it. He also liked to gamble a little bit. He shows me something else. This is kind of interesting. Cockfights. He liked to bet on roosters fighting and all that kind of stuff. He says he was a man about town. He loved his family very much. He loves you very much. He says thank you so much for letting him come in today. He just wanted to say hey, hello to everybody and let everybody know, see, life does continue. Gives you a big hug, and he's going to give you a personal message. Take care of yourself, Talisha. You're carrying on the family tradition of work, 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 hard work. He says you will get very far in life. The way you're hanging on to things and doing things will work for you. I get a feeling of you doing something that's very enterprising, almost your own business on one of the islands in the Caribbean, I'm assuming. Will help a lot of people also. What are you doing, honey, Talisha?
Well, right now I do have one business that's tree trimming business, and then I'm starting another one.
Oh, good. Well, you're very
It's going to
entrepreneur.
be more spiritual based, so.
Oh, okay, wonderful. That's the helping business. He says you'll get far in life. We are in our family kind of business owners. He says, I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing. And he also says, take care of your health. He says you're just getting over something that took a lot of a toll on you. He says you'll be fine. All your health will return. Would you have a flu or something, love?
I had a bunch of things.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, he knows that. He's just, again, validating that for you, that you'll feel much better soon. He says, oh, that's going to be behind you. Take care of yourself, my beautiful granddaughter. And he gives you a big kiss. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay.
Bye.
Bye, honey. Okay, I'm going to go to people who have been waiting for life questions, and I will get to you, Susie, towards the end of the show, honey. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I'm going to Laura as a live question. Laura from area code 303. Hello, Laura. How are you?
Hello. I'm very well.
Good. So,
how are you?
I'm great. So just give me your question, sweetie.
Oh, good. Okay, so I just have an interview on Friday, and I'm wondering if I'm going to get it.
Okay. Laura 303, area code. I use that for vibration. Will she get the job? Yes or no? It's going to work. It'll work. It'll come to you. I'm not feeling that you're going to really like it as much as you think. You're clinging to this one little life raft like, oh, this is Shangri-La. But you do have to pay your bills and, meet your obligations, meet your duties. So for now, it'll be fine. And there will be a better job floating into your lap down the road a bit that you will like much more. But this one you will be with for a while. So don't worry that you're not going to be like a rolling stone. But I also don't want you to worry if you're not liking it, because there will be another opportunity coming down the road. It looks like 6 months and a couple of weeks. There'll be something else floating in as well. So that's what I'm getting, honey, is a yes. You may not like it as much as you think, but at least it's money. And then later on, you're going to get something else you're going to like it more. Okay?
Right. Well, I just wanted to ask you really quick. I have, I'm doing a part-time job right now, but then selling wine on the side, but then I'm trying to get this job in for the homeless.
Okay.
I'm wondering if you're ciphering between the two.
Is that the homeless job on Friday, love? That's the homeless job?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't think I think you're going to get it, but I don't think you're going to like it as much as you think you will. And then they'll
get my foot in the door.
Yeah. And it'll also help you pay your bills. Okay. So, you need another job anyway. But I think down the road, something better is coming. So just hang in there. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm Laura. Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. Going to, I think Bonnie is the person I spoke to very early on. Let me just make sure of that. Hold on for a second. I think that Bonnie is. Thank you, Susie, for picking that up. Bonnie, are you the one that told me that what I said was true? That it came true? The move?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, everybody listening, sometimes people get dropped, their calls get dropped, and then they call in, they end up at the bottom of the queue, and I can't get to them. So thank you for that feedback. Bonnie said to me earlier that a move that she was going to do happened just the way Spirit said it would, and I always love that kind of feedback because um, because when you make predictions as a medium or psychic, you always feel, I do anyway, out on a limb with that because I have no way to really validate it during the conversation. So thank you for that feedback. So go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, sweetie.
I
And
guess I have the same.
huh?
I have the same question. I have an interview tomorrow,
Oh, okay.
and
All right.
I'm looking to stabilize in the career field.
All right. Let's see. Well, let me just take it to this. I'm going to say, will she be able to stabilize her career? And then we'll look at that job as part of that, just for Bonnie. Yeah, it will stabilize over time. There's no way that it cannot stabilize over time. You're highly competent. You are willing to chip away at this until finally you do get it exactly the way you want it, your career. This job tomorrow is a stepping stone to something greater. Don't allow people to be, I don't know what that noise is in the background. What's going on there, honey?
I'm driving.
Okay, I'm going to get you off the call as soon as possible because I don't like to do readings for people who are driving. If anybody is driving and I come to you, you got to be focused on the reading. It's dangerous. So I don't want you to be, I can't read for you if you're not focused. Okay, so your focus cannot be bifurcated. But what I'm getting is that tomorrow you will get the job that you're wanting. And it will, actually it's saying it's the job of your dreams. Okay, hold on. I was going to say something else before. Let me just focus on you again, Bonnie, honey.
I'm parked.
Thank you. Perfect. No wonder. No wonder. You see, I can feel my whole head clear out again. It's all this is energy. It's funny, but it's real and it affects everything. So if you're driving, my head's driving, and I don't want to be driving. I want to be focused. Okay, on to Bonnie. No, that's all right, love. Okay, so this job tomorrow is going to be really good for you. Will she get it? Yeah, you're going to get it. So, it's like the job of your dreams, and it does help you stabilize everything. And you have, so I said earlier that you chip away at things, you don't let things go. It's very, very certain that you will have your career stabilized. But when I come specifically to tomorrow's job, it's like, this is really important. It's a really good stepping stone. You're not going to stay at that level. You will move up eventually to something else, but it is a great stepping stone. I have a feeling that's in the communications and media industry. There's something very exciting about this. What is the job, honey? What is it about?
Everything's it's bookkeeping for a CPA firm, but I know that stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I thought it would be a stepping stone to a business that I wanted to form, and I could find investors for that.
Oh, well, all right. So remember I said, okay, well, there's a communications aspect that it would help you with that then. So it's a stepping stone. It's not ultimately where you will be, but it has a feeling of, and ultimately, I said media and communications, but I'll take it to what you just said. It is a way for you to make contact with potential investors later on. So it is a communications kind of role. There you go. And it's very exciting. And
thank you so much.
Yeah. Good luck with it, honey.
I had a really good feeling. I just needed to have it confirmed, and thank you for that.
Yes, and I have that very good feeling about it as well. And I want to say one last thing is that it seems like the aspect of making these contacts, communicating with potential investors down the road is going to be more important than the actual job itself. So anyway, get ready for some fun. Even though it's just bookkeeping, and in an accounting firm, there's a high level of entertainment to this, and I just don't know why, but I will leave that with you. Maybe people are just friendly and nice, or maybe as you get to know the clients, you have this feeling of socializing with them, or just good connection with them, but this great feeling of friendliness and enjoyment there. Okay?
That's what I was hearing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, and I am going to go to Kate, who wants a healing. Hello, Kate. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
Good. And so may I ask, what area do you need a healing in?
I would like to heal from thinking over things for too long. Like I like to have more action and less thought. So getting rid of procrastination or just not being fearful of, like, just pick a path. You know, they say whatever you choose is right. So just be able to make a choice and start taking action on it.
Okay, it's a confidence of stops or second guessing yourself. I believe I did work with you a little while ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, right? Didn't you come in for a healing?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it was a different question, but yes.
Yeah. Okay, sweetheart. First thing I get is a father energy that father figure would have affected you, undercutting your judgment. I'm going to go a little bit more detail. I'm going to look at your chakras, love, and see where we go. Right. You understand that already. Okay, let me just go to first I'm going to go to the root. That's okay. You're good with your root chakra. That's clear. And open. Let me go to sacral. There's a lot of self-esteem issues when it comes to members of the opposite sex. I'm going to clear that for you. And love. You don't feel worthy of love, sweetheart. I don't know what's going on with that. Are you aware of that, love?
Well, yeah, I have been single for a little while, and I've been working on that to bring in a new relationship. So.
All right. Well,
it's something from childhood. I mean, it's nothing I'm.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see that you you did not feel worthy of love. I just cleared that, so we'll see what happens with that.
Oh, great.
And it also would be related to father figure. See, it's all interrelated. Okay. We have right? Okay, so now I'm going up. That showed in your sacral chakra. Now I'm going to your solar plexus. Okay, hold on. Ooh, blue in there. So the area, what I get is you have I don't know how to say this really. I don't know the words to say it. Let me just look at it again. Solar plexus. Okay, oh, I get it. Would you say that you had a lot of misunderstandings with father figure, communication issues with this person, please?
Well, he didn't communicate.
Ah.
A typical father of not communicating with anybody in the family.
All right, because kind of interesting, the spirit has created a system for me to look at these things, these chakras, and they have like certain locations mean certain things, and they just showed me the color that stands for communications is in the area of father. So there's an issue there, and it's no communication. Oh, you're saying it's no communication. So there's no communication there. We're going to clear it so that we now. Because what happens is we create subconscious patterning from these things. We don't even realize it, right? And so you feel what they're telling me is your guides are telling me that you feel unworthy of communications with the opposite sex, which undercuts your self-esteem. Which you don't realize it, you didn't wittingly create all these ideas. It's just things when when we're younger, we set up these ideas and they limit us. So we're now releasing those ideas. I'm actually doing with energy. I'm sending beautiful yellow light into that area. I'm clearing up that pattern, and I'm reminding you and empowering you with the following words. From this point forward, Kate is completely supportive of her ideas, even though she never received that support from her father figure. Now, from this point forward, she will be able to think clearly and know her heart and take action in support of her ideas and her ideals. She will know what she feels. She will act on those feelings. She will experience results, both pro and con, and in so doing, unblock the field of energy needed to be unblocked so that she now is no longer fearful to act on her own instincts. From this point forward, she will know what they are. She will feel what they are. She will act on them. She also knows that she does not always have to be correct. She also can make mistakes. The issue is taking action. The only way to move to good outcome is through both negative and positive action. You need to take action, and mistakes lead us towards positive results. So do not, this is part of the thing, by the way, they're giving me these words for you. Part of the fear that you've had, which blocked you, was fear of making mistakes. And that comes, again, from not having a communication line with your own male energy. Male energy has to do with us. Yeah, male energy has to do with us and our external world. So it's a very complicated web in your case, but basically it affects your relationship with men, it affects your self-esteem, it affected your relationship with your father first, then with men, then with hearing your own heart when it comes to your own male energy to take action. Male energy is our proactive energy. That's the thing that leads us. Okay, that's the thing that is assertive. You see, it's just an archetype. It's the assertive energy. So you've been blocked in that area. Okay, and I gave you the I gave you the underpinnings of that. So now we're clearing that. From this point forward, you are able to make decisions, and you are willing to make mistakes. And in this willingness to make mistakes, you will unblock the dam that has been stopping you from hearing your heart. Hearing your heart is very important to take action. From this point forward, you are now fearless. You are now filled with love for positive and negative outcome. And you know that anything you do is correct because you're doing something. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Your heart is healed, dear one. We love you, your guides. So I hope that is helpful to you, honey. It's been recorded, so you can listen to it again.
Yes, great. Thank you. That was a lot of information. I'll go back to that for sure.
Okay, sweetheart. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you, love. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I am going to go to Lisa, and then I will go to Susie. Lisa, just give me your question, honey. No background on it, and we'll answer it as quickly as we can, because I have a number of people waiting.
Okay. Yeah, so I've been kind of working with a bank since my parents passed away. And, like, I don't feel like I'm getting calls back and, like, a good timing. And I'm just wondering, like, what you see happening. Like, I called someone and didn't hear back. Another message. And
I couldn't hear what you said. You've been working with a something and you're not getting calls back.
I've been working with the bank. Both my parents died. So we're working with the bank that they had on their account to kind of help sell the house and do different things for their estate. And I haven't gotten calls back from the person.
Okay, what is the question? Okay, just give me the question, darling.
The question is, so do you see them like responding?
Yes.
Because I don't want to have to like go to a higher level or whatever.
Well, I do feel that they will be responding in the near future. It is a quieter time of year, a little bit slow. Let me just see what exactly. Please forgive me for trying to move quickly, but I have another person also that at least one or two more I have to get to. This is for Lisa. She's calling 630. Why are they not calling her back? They will get to you very soon and very shortly. You're just under a lot of pressure right now yourself to get things done. You don't really know where to turn for help and advice. So you're a little bit panicked about it, but they will be getting back to you. And I do feel that they're responsible individuals. So don't worry. They will be getting back to you. Just a lot going on their end. Vacation time as well. And they are serious professionals.
Right.
You're working with their...
I guess I have a question though. Yeah, like they're pretty much like the best. But, like, basically, do I have a say-so? Because I feel like I don't. Like, basically, they're in charge of everything.
Yeah.
I just wondered if there's anything I can do.
Well, the answer to your first question, and I only do one question per caller, is that they will call you back. The second part of it is, do you have any control over things, an outcome? I'll just give it a quick look. No, you don't. You really do not have much negotiation power. I do see some negotiation power, but the basic thing will happen the way it's already been set up. And,
Okay.
all right, love. Thank you so much for calling in. I have to go now.
Okay,
Honey.
God bless.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Susie. Hey, Susie, what's going on?
Hey, Laura, I'm excited. Anyway, for the person in the 404 Atlanta area, I am in Dawsonville, north of Atlanta, near the mountains.
All right, darling. Thank you so much. Just give me your question for this, darling. Go ahead.
Okay. Our last reading on Monday, Spirit was delivering that there's going to be somebody that was the first. Okay, wondering if this could be the first as far as in my youth, childhood.
Oh, let's see. Did you mean that, Spirit, when you said the first? Is that the person for Susie B? Hold on one second. The first is the first person you ever thought of when you were in love, the first person that you were ever in love with. This is the one that we mean. The answer is yes. And that's a crush, I guess you must have.
Yes, is that Peter?
I'm not going to say that. I just want you to listen very carefully to the words. The first person you were ever in love with. The first person that you were ever in love with is what they just said. And yeah. And the answer is yes. Those are the words they said. So was Peter the first person you were ever in love with?
Oh, yeah. There was two that I was just crazy about in my childhood, and he was one of them. And I just connected with him texting. So I want to try to see if I can make a connection to see him when I go to New York in October.
Oh, my goodness. You won't have to wait that long to hear from him in a more personal way. In other words, maybe you'll have some Skyping or something, or I don't know why, but I do feel that you'll be connecting with him more often than you realized. Maybe things will pick up before you even get there, honey. Let's see what happens. He is single, by the way. Do you know that?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Oh, and he's looking for somebody.
He's been single his whole life.
Oh.
He's single his whole life, and maybe he's waiting for me.
Maybe. I do feel he is looking. He is looking for love. So let's see what happens with that, okay?
Oh, absolutely. Wouldn't that be just wonderful and a dream come true?
Absolutely. Okay, sweetheart, I'm going to go because I want to go to Susan, who has a life question. Okay, darling?
Thank you, doll.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay, going to Susan. Susan, hello. Go ahead and ask your question, sweetheart.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. Just ask your question, sweetheart. Go ahead.
I've been looking for a job. I had to find a job under the table. Do you see anything coming my way?
Right now, I got a no. I don't know. There's some reason for that. No. Let me see something, sweetheart. You're not getting out enough. Maybe you just thought of it today, okay? But up till now, I don't feel that you've really put enough effort in, is what they're telling me. You need to get out and do the footwork, the leg work, because going in person will help you a lot more than for the kind of job that you're looking for. I don't know if you said this or not. Are you looking for a job in like a tavern or some kind of place where people gather? What are you looking for a job in, honey?
No. I do cleaning. I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's where I get this feeling it's a service occupation, and that for some reason or other you're going to have to go in person. I don't know why they're telling me this. So now, have you have you done a lot of seeking of a job right now, or how have you been looking for a job?
90 seconds. Well, see, my boyfriend has a cleaning business, and he was trying to hook me up with this restaurant, but it fell through. So I was wondering.
Oh, okay. That's why I heard tavern. So what you need to do is go to restaurants if that's what you want to do. If you want to do commercial work, commercial cleaning, then what I'm being told is going in person and talking to the hiring person would be very effective for that kind of work.
60 seconds.
Okay, can I ask you one question? Like I said, my boyfriend tried to hook me up with this restaurant, and then he told me everything fell through. Is it because he don't want me working, or is it because it really fell through?
Oh, that, hold on. Okay, so just remember just remember what I said so far. Well, okay, honey, just hold on. Yeah, let me just say something. Remember what I told you thus far, and then we'll go to this second part of it, which is you are not out looking enough. So when you want to get a job, you got it. For this particular kind of job, you got to get out. I'm just summarizing that so you don't forget. Get out and look. You have to do legwork and you have to be targeted. Now, the second part of the question is, does so-and-so, your boyfriend, want you to get a job?
10 seconds.
Or not want you to get a job? And please give me his initials and I will give you a succinct and quick answer as the show is over. Go ahead.
Okay, his initials are KS.
KS. Does he want to have a job? Yes or no? He does want you to work. It would help with the bills. That's first thing. He's very eager to get you to work. Okay, so then that would mean then, let me just look at the restaurant. They're kind of cheap there in that restaurant. They're not looking for external help. They're trying to get the existing employees to do all the work themselves. It won't work that way very long, okay? They're going to have a lot of problems, but will they want to hire someone still? No. So I don't get a yes on that. But what I do feel is that you will be able to do something similar in a different location. So either he's going to find you the lead or you're going to find it yourself. And again, I have to say, they're telling me you need to go in person to these kind of jobs and do the legwork. Something about being there is everything for them. I don't know why. Seeing you is everything. Footwork, legwork, hello. You can't rely on your beautiful boyfriend too much to do that. You have to do it yourself. But he does want you to work because by the way, he loves you very much. He does want you to work, and he does want you to participate in the family bills. Okay, my dear?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, honey. God bless. Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you everybody for tuning in, and I look forward to doing this on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you would like a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com, and there you can create a session with me. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.